What's up everyone? So I've been meaning to make this video for a couple of weeks, but I really wanted to introduce you all, if you haven't heard of the K&F Concept's variable ND filters for the Pocket 3. Now these are in contrast. I also have the Freewells here, which are not variable NDs. Tested those out. They work pretty well. So I'm gonna show you what is in the box first. So you got the box here, and what this comes with is actually a little wipe here, and you've also got different wipes for the screen protector that this also comes with. So it's even better of a deal. I've got a link in the description for these, and so far, I am gonna highly recommend these, and I'll give you a couple of reasons why, over even the world famous Freewell filters, which I own. So you've got two filters. You've got ND, it goes from 1 stops to 5 stops. The 5 stops, I believe, is an ND32. The second filter is an ND512. It goes up to ND512, so it's actually 5 through 9 stops. So far, I've tested these out and they perform extremely well, but there's a key difference with the K&F Concept's ND filters over most of the other ND filters. Let me show you. So we have the Pocket 3 here, and you turn it on, and it's gonna face you. So normally, when you're putting on an ND filter, what will happen is after you've got it on and then you close the gimbal up, hopefully, I didn't turn product showcase on, but as you can see, the gimbal is actually able to close completely. Now this is not, so far, this has been every single time without a hitch. So these variable ND filters are small enough and thin enough that it closes perfectly. So huge advantage here for the K&F Concept's ND filters. So I guess the only thing left is trying to figure out if these things actually perform well and give a good image without a significant color cast or an unfixable color cast, because most ND filters have, or I think all ND filters have, a certain color cast, meaning that the color is slightly shifted because of the color of the lens that you have to use in order to filter out more of the light so that you can get a good clean image and you can properly expose with standard shutter speed. But if the color shift is uneven, then we have a problem. So I think we're gonna have to take these out and see how they perform. So I brought you guys out to Hope Mills Park on the brightest of all bright days. It seems like it's been raining for 2 weeks straight, and there's a whole bunch of people out here in the park watching me do this, but that's okay. We're gonna test these ND filters out. This is absolute full auto. The only thing I've set is max ISO to 200, and that's it. So let's try out these ND filters. This is full auto with the Freewell ND32. Now I'm gonna make some manual setting changes and bring the shutter speed down to 1/50. So this is with the shutter speed at 1/50, and it's telling me that I'm overexposed by 0.3. So this is the problem with these Freewell ND filters. The pack that I got only comes with ND8, ND16, ND32, and I believe that there is a CPL, a polarizer that may go beyond that. Let me check, and we'll use that, and we'll see how that looks. But right now, this is just the ND32 Freewell. This is with the K&F Concept variable ND filter. I've got it set on 5 stops, so I believe that is an ND32. Ironically, it must be a little bit stronger than the Freewell ND32 because it is actually hovering between EV of 0 and sometimes it bumps up to 0.3, but this is what the K&F Concept variable ND filter looks. And let's just adjust that really quick. It's very difficult to see, but it's easy to adjust. All right, so this is with it adjusted to 6 stops. I don't know what value that is, but I'll put a comment below to let you all know in post. So yeah, that's as easy as it gets. All you have to do is just gracefully turn the variable ND filter just slightly, and it's easy to adjust, except the sunlight is directly in my eyes, purposefully for experimentation purposes. And this is with D log M as the color profile, and I'll just slap on the DJI LUT. No other color editing other than that. I did notice also that with it at 6 stops, the variable ND filter, it is at a negative 0.3, which is where I like to expose at. So I think there's a lot of value in this particular set of filters. Those are with auto white balance, and this is with a custom white balance, which should be around about where the auto had decided to go, which is 4,700 kelvins. Again, this is the K&F Concept's variable ND filter set to 6 stops. Brightest sun you've ever seen. So this is what it looks like with the Freewell CPL or polarizing lens ND64 from Freewell. This is the only way you can get 64 ND in this particular pack. So this is with the white balance set to 4,900, and this is D log M, so I will color grade this slightly just by throwing on the LUT again. So we're gonna go to normal profile. This is with the Freewell ND64 polarizing lens with auto white balance. Again, shutter speed for the rest of the testers is gonna be at 1/50. This is normal color profile here. So it appears that the polarizing lens, when you rotate it, has a very slight effect on what the camera chooses for its white balance. It goes anywhere from like 4,800 to 4,900, which isn't that big of a deal, but it does have an effect. It also seems to have a very slight effect on the exposure, bumping from maybe 0 to 0.3. Not that much, but I don't know if I'm really a fan of that. I would like to color grade things rather than having a polarizing lens. It's doing things that I am not aware of to the picture. Just, I don't know if anyone has any ideas, or if you like polarizing filters, let me know how you use them in the comments below. And this is that polarizing ND64 Freewell filter with D log M. So I'll slap a little color grade on that. I'm not sure if I have done that previously, but here's D log M with that filter. This is one I would use in broad daylight. ND64, you're probably going to have it if you're going to be shooting in this in an environment this bright. Probably wouldn't want to ideally, but you know, events, they don't wait for the sun to be at golden hour, so ND64 is what you're going to need. This is without the ND filter, how overexposed it would be, and here is with the ND filter here. Oh, almost lost it, and there's cracks to the lake or river or pond or whatever, Hope Mills Lake it is here, so that would have been a goner. And this is the ND filter that I like, as long as it doesn't have too much of a color cast. And I think all ND filters have a certain amount of color casting. However, it should fix that with the white balance, but the problem is going to be if you see a variation in the blues and the greens out here that you won't be able to fix, because if you adjust it for the middle of the frame, it's going to be off on the edges. Hope that makes sense. But anyway, really like the way that these K&F Concept filters work. Not only are they easy to adjust, easy to put on, when the gimbal closes, it actually is able to close completely with these filters because they're thin enough. Whereas with the Freewells, it closes completely about 20% of the time. The problem with that is it's not thin enough to reopen after it closes with one of those larger filters, and I just had that happen. So I'm not sure if I can continue to recommend the Freewell filters unless more information comes available to me. But so far, highly recommend the K&F Concept variable ND filters for the ease of use, the convenience of being able to close the gimbal and put it in the case with this filter right on, and be able to adjust and make fine tunes on the fly. So highly recommend these if you want to pick them up. I'm going to put an affiliate link in the description. Appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. I think this is the ultimate vlogging setup because you've got the K&F Concept variable ND filter with the Ulanzi MT44. Yeah, very good combination. Both of these will be link in the description there. I'm not sure if my face was properly exposed as I walked through that, walk on the other side of that sign there, but yeah, I think this is it, guys.